everyone, and welcome to the recruitment notice for the Ishgardian restoration, which I'm very intrigued by. Also, if you'll notice, I've equipped my crafter, which I forgot before all of this to level up. So, I guess we'll find out if it's a good way to level from 70 to 80. Anywho, towards the Firmament. Well, it's level 60, so it's a good start. Beet soup. Sliced magma. Oh, magma beet. Alright. Prominently posted. Well, not that prominent. The notice fairly jumps out at you. The notice reads, workers sought for the Firmament Restoration Project. In small letters it continues, let it be known that large-scale reconstruction works aimed at revitalizing the holy see of ISHGARD have been approved by the House of Lords and Commons. Selected as the principal site for the project is the Firmament District, which sustained extensive damage during the war. Willing and able hands are now sought to contribute to the reconstruction effort, regardless of birth and origin. From those skilled in gathering from the land to those adept at creating with their hands. And projects need... the project needs are great and diverse. Contributions will not go unrewarded. Interesting parties are invited to present themselves in the Firmament. According to the note at the bottom of the notice, a man named Thomalin in the broom will show you to the district. Yeah. Alright, Thomalin. Also, it's really nice if you look around, there's so many people in ISHGARD for once, and it's such a lovely change. It's so quiet here normally. Ah, Thomlin the Gatekeeper! Looking a bit rosy-cheeked. Well met, friend. Answering the call of the Firmament, are you? Wonderful, wonderful. Wait, I know you. You're the saviour of ISHGARD. Are you saying you would contribute to the reconstruction project? Yes, I'm ready, willing, and able. Doesn't say that at all there, but still, yes. To think that a fabled hero such as you would help to rebuild our city. Oh, we are grateful beyond words. There is, just one trifling matter. Do you, perchance, possess a work permit? It is a requirement for non-Ishgardians, you see. Is that so? As I recall, you are a ward of House Fortam. In which case, perhaps an exception can be made. Alas, I don't have the authority to make such a decision. Well, I do. And I believe the permit can be overlooked in this case. Ah, Francel! The Lord Overseer! That you should grace us again. Greetings, my friend. It has been quite a while. Indeed, I shouldn't be surprised if you've forgotten me. The fact that I remembered your name proves that I haven't. Oh, that's sad. Of course I haven't forgotten you. Honoured am I that you should remember me. Much and more has happened since first we met. Not least of all the war's end and ISHGARD's transformation. It feels like an age ago that you and Lord Oshfan saved me from a heretic's fate. You had proven your worth to me then. Or rather, let's try that. I got the context of that all weird. You had proven your worth to me then. Even so, Little did I expect that you would go on to save our entire nation. You are a hero to us all, and no amount of words can express my gratitude. No, only through action could I begin to repay the debt. Thus did I resolve to do my part for ISHGARD, that I might honour those noble souls who risked life and limb to protect the nation. Souls such as you and Lord Ashvan. And so, when an overseer was being sought for the restoration project, I put forth my candidacy as the representative of my house. Our workshops and engineers could be put to good use, I reasoned. It was by no means unanimous, but the Fury saw fit to see me elected to the office. Honoured am I for this opportunity to serve the nation, and to redeem House Elenard's good name. Yet the work has not been without its challenges. As the front of a fallen house, I am somewhat lacking in repute, and this has made it a struggle to attract cooperation. We have had to rely heavily upon outside help, while I myself have been performing such odd tasks as I could. Which is what brings me here today, as a matter of fact. I am about to go and survey our citizens in order to learn what they envisioned for the firmament. If you can spare a moment, might I have the pleasure of your company? Well-travelled as you are, your opinion would be of great interest to me, and I believe folks would be more willing to share their thoughts with you. Of course. You have my gratitude. Without further ado then, let us take ourselves to the Jeweled Crozier. We are bound to find a diverse assortment of people there. You're still here, my lord. I thought you were accompanying Lord FANTASY to the Jeweled Crozier. Is this closer? No. And then I do a really long circle. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Jeweled Crozier. Ba ba bum. Bum, bum. Yonder. Yes, this should be a suitable spot. Join FANTASY as he surveys passers-by to learn their opinions of the firmament. As the survey may take several minutes, you may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Wait for passers-by. Oh god, she's got an accent. It's Welsh and I can't do a Welsh accent. Well, I come here and I do the wrong accent. How do you do a Welsh accent? It's one of the worst British ones I can do. Well, I come here to get supplies for the watch. And what do I find but a familiar face? That's not close, that's Scottish. And if it ain't a pretty lad you've got with you, Alexander, and a high boy in one besides, you've done well for yourself. Well, you know me, I always aim high. I'm teasing us all. And you're old, it's good to see you, my friend. What brings you here? I'm gonna have to listen to like a bunch of Welsh accents and try and remember how to do one. Well, I say remember, learn. Lady Hilda, your reputation precedes you. As you are maybe aware, approval has recently been passed for the restoration of the firmament. In order to build a district that best serves its residents, we would know what good citizens such as yourself envision for it. Will you not share with us your thoughts? Ah, so you're the one they appointed overseer. Well then, You won't mind if I speak freely. I need to figure out how to do this accent. It's so bad. Now, this ain't hardly revolutionary, but I want the firmament to be a place we can all make an honest living, where if a man works hard enough, he can have a roof over his head and food in his belly. Aye, might be as the war's over, but for the lot of us, the struggle continues. Same as before. I'm gonna sneeze. The sort of struggle blue bots will never know. That accent went everywhere. Remember, ISHGARD doesn't belong only to the high and the holy now. If the nation's to prosper, all our citizens need to prosper. Well, we must be getting on. But if you've need of guards, feel free to send word. If the coin's fair, I reckon we can come to an arrangement. Or some accent that's not... I mean, I didn't even attempt to do Welsh. It's awful. I need to watch Gavin and Stacey. Ah, there is Lord Briarden. I had heard that he was travelling the realm in his capacity as a consulate inspector, but it appears he has returned to ISHGARD. Like your good self, he is a well-trained individual, and I should like to inquire after his opinion. Do you suppose we could beg a moment of his time? Brian, get over here! Ah, we meet again, Inspector. Zoutalon, get over here. It is I, the great Alexander. Well, if it isn't Alexander, I did not expect to see you here, busy as you've been of late. Lord Briarden, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Frenzel de Helenard, and I have the honour of overseeing the reconstruction of the firmament. It is known that you are intimately familiar with the city-states of Eorzea, and I should be much obliged for your insight. In your expert opinion, what is the one thing you believe that the firmament needs most? If the district is to thrive, then it must have a thriving economy. As I have oft observed in my travels, the flow of goods and people is as lifeblood to a city and should be encouraged. ISHGARD has long been insular, but the recent changes present a great opportunity. Given the right planning, I am hopeful that ours may become a nation where no citizen lives in want. I bid you the very best in your endeavours, and should you have need of my investigative prowess, do not hesitate to call upon me. I leave. Toodles. Who there, little boy? Get over here! Ah, Alexander! I was wondering when you would notice me. Ever a pleasure to see you, old boy. And if it isn't my dear Lord Frenzel, how fares your lovely sister? Has she perchance spoke of me of late? If Lanyard has spoken of you, I fear it has not been in our conversations. Ah, such a shame. Now, if I may change the subject, Lord Amanalane, you will have heard that the restoration of the firmament has commenced. Is there aught that you envision for the district? What I envision? I can't say I've given it much thought. Well, what with the war finally come to an end, what is in order if not festivities? Yes, make the firmament into a festive place, I say. A place where one and all may engage in revelry each and every day. Beg pardons, my lord, but I believe Lord Francel seeks something more specific. Dare I say, constructive. No. The advice comes from the heart, and I shall take it to heart. You have my gratitude, Lord of Monolane. Always a pleasure to aid a fellow man. Now then, we must be on our way. Take care, Alexander. And don't do anything I wouldn't. Which doesn't leave much room for fun. I got that totally backwards, didn't I? Oh well. Oh, and Lord Francel, do send my fondest regards to your sister. Tell her how helpful I was. Yes, that's good. I'm going for a drink. Well, I dare say we've spoken with enough people. Shall we conclude the survey and review what we've learned? It's a bit busy here. Thanks to your presence, we were able to hear a diverse variety of opinions. Each one has merit. The question is whether the visions can be made reality. No, such pessimism will not serve. I must have faith and try my earnest best. Now then, for all this talk of the firmament, you haven't even seen it, have you? Would you care to inspect it with me? I will be there for a while hence, so please join me at your leisure. Thommelin by the entrance will show you to the district. Oh, and when you see the man, would you mind giving him this? 'Tis bone-chilling work standing there as he does, and it is a little something to keep him warm. Very thoughtful. I could easily hand it to him, to be sure, but it would be all the more warming coming from the saviour of Ishgard. With that, I shall go on ahead. See you in the firmament, my friend. Ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, do-do-do-do. Alright, I guess we're finally going to the firmament. Welcome back, my lord. Will you be heading to the firmament? Is that the voice I gave him before? Mulled wine. Still hot to the touch. This bottle of mulled wine will help to keep Thommelin warm through his shift. From the Lord Overseer, you say? Oh, he truly is too kind. Before I began working under Lord Francel, I had thought as little of highborns as I assumed they thought of us commoners. But my lord not only treats us as equals, he shows kindness to everyone. And to receive this gift from the hands of the saviour of Ishgard himself, I am touched beyond words. Thank you, my lord. I shall enjoy the wine when I find a quiet moment. Now then, I believe Lord Francel is expecting you in the firmament. Just say the word and I'll show you through. Is it like through that gap? Proceed to the firmament. So music stays the same. Small area. It's suspiciously small. Almost as if it is a lot bigger. Also, yes, I know, everyone knows. It looks like a housing district. There you are, Alexander. I bid you welcome to the firmament. The area in which we stand is named the Emet-Selch Court, and we are presently preparing for future works. We have much and more to do, but speaking to the people has stoked the fires of my determination. I want to make the firmament into a vibrant, thriving district, where highborn and lowborn alike may live side by side in harmony. Yet, I would be lying were I to say the task does not daunt me. There is a limit to what I can achieve, especially given House Helenard's diminished influence. Have I come at a bad time? Pops! Count Edmund! To what do we owe the honour? Lest you forget, I am Count de Fortham. No more. Just a retired old man. As for my presence here, well, Amanalin reported that Alex here was in ISHGARD, and I thought I would make a social call. You will forgive my eavesdropping, but it seems the reconstruction project is not immune to the uncertainty that has accompanied our nation's transport to a republic. Alexander, I am given to understand that the other nations have established residential districts for adventurer use. Is that true? Yes, I have a house in one. I wonder if that's a unique option because I actually do have a house. Yeah, I do have a house in one. There are districts specifically for adventurer use, and you possess an abode in one such place? I should like to pay you a visit one day, my friend. The truth is, our nation is divided by a gulf. While the redistribution of wealth may go some ways to closing this gulf, it shall not lead to true independence for the masses. We must ask ourselves, in this new age in which we live, what role should each one of us play? In pondering this dilemma, I believe that we may draw inspiration from adventurers and their independent lives. Independent lives? If we were to translate this into the firmament, might it not assume the form of self-administration? It seems to have found a spark, in which case this old man's ramblings have served their purpose. I shall pray for your success, Lord Francel. Your words are as a beacon in the dark, my lord. Thank you. Well, Alexander, you seem to be occupied at present, so I will leave you to your tasks. And when next we meet, I hope to be regaled with your recent adventures. As ever, our Fortham Manor is at your disposal should you need a rest. Thank you. Have a nice day. You done talking, Francel? Because I'm itching to meet your hero friend. Yes, forgive me for the wait. Alexander, permit me to introduce you to Orkbert, formerly an engineer of our house. He now serves as the project's chief foreman. It is thanks to his leadership on the site that I am able to focus my energies on the administrative aspects of the reconstruction. Francel, try that again. Francel's told me all about you, Alexander. First you saved the whole bleeding nation, now you're helping to rebuild it brick by brick. What can I say except it's great to have you on board. If you have any questions about the work, I'll be happy to field them. Just save the tedious stuff, like the budget for Francel, eh? Indeed, the work here takes precedent above all else, and it is my chief concern to facilitate it, in the course of which I may need to consult you again. With all our little tasks demanding my time, I cannot always be present on site, but I endeavour to visit as often as possible, and I hope to see you often too. Towards the firmament. Ah, good old music. You now have access to the firmament. Speak with Orkbert to learn about how you may contribute to the reconstruction effort. Alright, so that story aside, now we get into the real meat of this. Right, Alexander, if you're going to lend us a hand, a little explanation is in order. First thing I want to talk about is that a Sky Builder's board. It's our primary way of keeping everyone informed, so make a point of checking it often, eh? If there's news of any import, you can be sure it'll go up there. Now then, let's talk about the work itself. The main thing we need our artisans to do is provide us with supplies. On that topic, I reckon it's quicker if you speak with Popkin over there. Run along and introduce yourself to him. Alright. I'm guessing over here. Oh my god, the sudden busyness. My Lord Alexander, the Chief Foreman mentioned that you'd be helping us. It'd be my pleasure to explain the work to you. First and foremost, in order to carry out the reconstruction, it goes without saying that we require a great deal of supplies. To that end, we ask our artisans provide us with various supplies. Items you wish to donate can be brought to myself. Feel free to ask me any time about what we seek. Naturally, you'll be rewarded for your contributions. Depending on the item, we present you with an amount in Sky Builder's scripts. You can take these scripts to Eni yonder, who will exchange them for various wares. If you wish to know more, she would be glad to assist you. Elizabeth. I think, yeah, I thought I saw it over here. Alright, I wondered what they would be selling. So busy, so many crafters. Welcome, my lord. You honour us with not only your presence, but your contribution besides. Now, you may have heard that contributions to the cause earn you Sky Builder scripts. These may be brought here to be exchanged for a selection of wares. In order to attract ever more contributors, we endeavour to expand our range of items offered. Aside from donating items, you may also earn scripts by participating in concerted works. You have been informed about these perchance? No? In which case, I urge you to have the details from the Chief Foreman Albert. Meanwhile, I should look forward to exchanging many scripts with you. Oops, not you. You, what you got then? Okay. Alright, I'm glad about that, because I had a feeling that, just because of the way that they showed them off, that these were going to be, like, one of the tops was male and one was female. Glad it's not, because I actually quite like that one. I do like that. For this one though, you can see that it's like draped over the bottom half. It's a very nice touch. No shoes though. Let's get rid of you. Alright, I love how it's 2,200 each. I have no idea if that's a lot or not. There you are. I trust you got a grasp how things work round here now. If you need to review something, the Sky Builder's board's good for that. There's just one more thing I need to explain. Concerted works. Simply put, when we stockpile enough supplies, we'll ask our artisans to assemble for an intensive session of work. Get a whole lot done in one fell swoop. To make sure there's enough hands to do what one's doing, we'll post a notice on the builder's board ahead of time. If there's works scheduled and you're not busy, we'd be glad for your help. Have you spoken with Pumpkin yet? If you haven't, best sort it out now. He can tell you things you need to know. And that's all from me for now. I'll let you run along. But let me say this. For a famous hero like yourself to help us here on the ground, you're a good sort, Alexander. Concerted works are events of the firmament that may be undertaken by disciples of Hand or the Land. When the requisite amount of supplies has been delivered, works will be scheduled. Information on work status is available at the Sky Builders board. Alright, let's double check, since he mentioned that there isn't anything else. Now, has anyone informed you about our unique material requirements? If not, please allow me. While most of the materials our artisans require are commonplace, some are completely specific to our needs. For such items, we must turn to gatherers for procurement. If you're versed in this field, we would appreciate your assistance. Information on items required may be viewed under Ishgardian Restoration in the Gathering log. I really need to level up a gatherer. Yes, I see you're amply experienced in your craft. If you'd kindly lend me your log, I'll write down a list of items we need for your reference. Of course, our needs can change over time. If you wish to know what's currently in demand, don't hesitate to ask me. Items required by Potkin can be crafted by accessing the crafting log and selecting the recipe under Ishgardian Restoration. Good evening, my lord. How may I assist you? And here we have our items, which give very few scripts, I notice. I imagine it's going to be the big thing that gives like maybe 500. Okay. So you need to basically keep an eye on that. Once we have enough materials stockpiled, I'll schedule work for the first stage. Hope to see our artisans out in force. For your reference, the work flows as followed. Obtain materials from supply pile, process materials at workstation, assemble materials at assembly site. Simple as that. Let's do a good job of it, eh? Awkward. In my capacity as overseer, it is with great pleasure that I, Francel de Helenard, announce the official commencement of the reconstruction of the Firmament district. As the first step in our ongoing efforts, we shall establish the Medicants Court as our base of operations. In this area shall house facilities essential to the smooth and efficient operation of the project, and I humbly call upon your cooperation in laying the first stone in our great cause. Francel de Helenard. The House of Lords and Commons have provided large-scale work to restore the holy see of Ishgard. The principal site for the project is the Firmament district, which sustained extensive damage during the war. Willing and able hands are sought to contribute to the reconstruction effort, regardless of birth and origin. Is this the thing from the start? Foreign experts will primarily be tasked with technical oversight, along with the preparation and procurement of supplies. Contributions are rewarded by way of Skybuilder scripts, which will be exchanged in the district for myriad ways. For more information, please seek out Eni. All participants are urged to refer to this notice board often for project news such as pending works. We thank you for your part in rebuilding our great nation. Supplies sought by the Firmament reconstruction project take the form of collectibles. Upon receiving an explanation from Podkin, you may review the recipes for these under the Ishgardian Restoration in your crafting log. Deliveries may be made to Podkin, who will issue you with an amount in Skybuilder scripts commensurate with the item and its collectability. All contributions will be put to good use in the reconstruction effort. We will eagerly look forward to receiving yours. When sufficient supplies have been stockpiled, a call will go out for workers to assemble for a brief but intensive collaborative work or task, known as concerted works. In order to ensure a high level of participation, Works are announced ahead of time on the builder's board. Due to the specialized nature of these works, they can only be undertaken by crafters and gatherers. The specifics of upcoming works may be reviewed on this board. Participants will earn Skyvilla scripts as rewards. Alright, that all makes sense. Can't mount up. Have a quick look around here. There's obviously a lot of adventures. Oh, you're ready to beat over. Over? That's not what he said. Ah, got that wrong. Haha. Why is your mallet so large? How come we don't get mallets that large? So, while a lot of people really hope that this turns into a housing ward, part of me kinda doesn't. Hi, Izzy. Part of me thinks it would be kinda cool if this turned into like an NPC housing ward. Maybe like lead it into an adventure one, which they've like heavily hinted at. I feel as though something could be done to make the work environment more pleasing for all. Perhaps I shall take this up with the foreman. So, here's the things that I can craft as goldsmith. Now, the question I have is... let's see. Yeah, you need the specific mats. And I currently don't know how to get them outside of, like, being a gatherer. Wait a minute, actually. Okay, I think I get it. Basically, it looks like you can sell these. So people will be collecting them and sticking them on the market board. And I guess that's how you're supposed to get them. But who knows? I will review all of this as we go on. I'm going to come over here to open it and finish up part 1. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more of the Ishgardian restoration. See you next time. Bye bye.